I was born at Columbus Hospital in Newark, New Jersey on March 2nd, 1993 at 9:43 a.m. I grew up in Newark, but now I live in Kearney. My name is the reason people thought I was Russian and Greek. My name even caused racial tension in my old job. The boss thought I was Greek for the longest. When he found out that I wasn't, he was so mad. He gave me a stink eye for the rest of the time. I left that job though. Now I work with the Command Carrying Press. There, I manage the social media accounts, I do programming. When I'm not working though, I do a lot for my community. I was part of hashtag Poets for Puerto Rico. I helped the organization raise $20,000 to help victims of Hurricane Maria. When I'm not working and doing stuff in my community, I'm at home with my fiance and my cat. Currently, my home is my van. We set up a van with electricity, running water, and everything somebody really needs to live. To do this, my fiance and I donated a majority of our things, and now we only have what we really need. Other than that though, to me, home means safety. My old neighborhood in Newark is what really means home, actually. I spent almost my whole life there. Anytime I get a chance, I go through the old neighborhood to relive some old memories. Throughout my life, I've had some family problems that have really affected me though. I've been through a shit ton of trauma, and it all stems from how mental illness plagues our culture. For example, my mom is a bipolar diabetic. Her mental illness is what really stands between our relationship. One of my earliest memories was I was running through the house because she was going through an episode. I just ran into the bathroom. I shut the door, and right as I shut it, her heel went straight through the wooden panel. Once my grandma got home, she was pissed. And grandma. She was the one that helped us with the fights. That all happened when I was 5 years old. 14 years later though, I moved out with my soon-to-be fiance. The fights got too volatile. My grandma was always there to help out when she could, but it ended up being whether she had to help me or my mom and the other kids, and they needed her more than I needed her, so I moved out. I have two sisters, but I don't really talk to them that much anymore. I actually worked at the school they went to school, and I was a teacher there. My mom though, she knew that, so she'd call and she'd always kind of start problems. And my mom didn't realize that my personal life and my professional life had to be kept separate. So at the end of the year I resigned, and I haven't really spoken to them that much anymore. Everything that happened though, that's what made me the person I am. Especially, it's had a big impact on my poetry. Poetry is what really makes me an artist. Here's something I wrote. It's directly inspired from my life. It's called You Left the Neighborhood. You left the neighborhood. You left your friends. You left your parents, grandparents, siblings, uncles. You left the corner store. You left where you discovered gays and cigarettes and pot and beer. You left the thoughts of how they all complimented each other like skipping school and pizza. You left the dirty mirror pics in the bathroom with the light on with laughter. With the stained glass butterfly you made in a dusty summer. You left the mariposas strung up on the shower ganchos. You left the driveways where you'd ride scooters, friends in circles taking turns to see who'd catch who, the real catch. There'd be no one left to chase unless someone left, so you left the various colored stoops. You left the sides of the house that led you to the church that showed you faith in anything. You left the other side that showed you the street, that showed you the cutting of cement skateboard wheels caught in cracks, the rock salt that split your knees. You left the pork chops and potatoes. You left learning that 1-inch rakes that were not for show. They were for broken pebbles and cultivated dead flowers you call drug addicts. You left our saturated memories. Remember that time we were about to beat up Pedro's drunk dad? Or when dopehead Eddie went lounging down the hill with your skateboard? Remember when he never brought it back? Remember when I was high and I fell off the roof? We always laughed about my hospital to prison transfer. Remember how we weren't allowed upstairs at night? How everything smelt like burnt plastic and they blamed it on cheap incense? Remember when one of us finally made money on the streets and everyone helped me spend my first check, except of you, because you left the blood on the walls. Our names signed with our punches. You left those people, those noises, the swings, the misses and half-hope attempts to find ourselves. We were the tendons in your hand. And when we separated, you cried. You broke the wall so hard, the one we're still trying to climb. We left you before you left us, and you knew it was better that way. And we were your broken knuckles that kept you from making a fist, and so sorry that a lot of us are still left punching. Poetry is therapeutic to me. Poetry is what brings me my peace, and it's my safety. The artist community is therapeutic as well. They're healing and they're my tribe. They are the reason I've been happy to create my own family, my own narrative. And I guess I could even say that they're my family and my new home. Thank you.